What do you say we take a break this morning from the data and the patho and the practice breakdowns, and I talk a little bit about myself, about how I came up with the name EMS Avenger, about how I create my content, and about how I use AI. The name EMS Avenger is simply a tribute to my love of Marvel Comics and my kids. I grew up loving Marvel Comics, particularly Captain America. My kids were very well aware of this. They were immersed in this world too as they were growing up. And like a decade ago, when I thought I was going to make a blog, they suggested EMS Avenger. And I loved that they came up with that idea. And so it stuck. And today, it's kind of a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing in that everyone knows that name, but it's a little bit of a curse in that it doesn't always serve my goals. Not only that, but I've been given a lot of opportunities where my actual name, Jimmy Apple, serves me better, but people don't know that name. And so when they see it advertised, it doesn't mean anything to them. So I'm just not quite sure where I'm going to go with the name EMS Avenger at this point. As far as how I create my content, I just talk about things that are interesting to me. If I'm thinking about it in the moment and I'm excited about it or enthused about it or can't stop thinking about it, then I make a reel about it. If a new paper pops up on my social media feeds or the journals that I follow, then I talk about that paper. If I've been masticating on a concept for weeks to months to years and figuring out how to reduce that concept to the most easily understand way that I possibly can, and it clicks, then I make a reel on it. There's really no rhyme or reason. And then there's some times where I'm like, you know what? I really think that I could do a series on this. And so I'll make a series on it. But really, I'm just following my own whims and interests. That's about it. Every once in a while, people will ask questions and I'll respond to them, or I kind of clarify some things that people ask. But mostly, it's just me following my own curiosity. Now, let's talk about AI. And the reason why I want to talk about it is because someone commented on one of my posts the other day that they truly believed that I have this EMS Avenger AI-driven empire where AI is doing all the work, creating all the content, managing all the comments, all of this stuff. And the first thing I thought was, wow, that actually sounds pretty baller, but I don't actually have the capabilities or the know-how to even use AI to do that. But secondly, it's just not true. I mean, and I laugh at the notion of them being a fly on the wall, seeing me in my third hour arguing with ChatGPT over one image. I don't use AI to create anything that is authentic EMS Avenger content. I don't use it to give me suggestions, to give me ideas. I don't have it script for me. Some of the stuff that I do is off the cuff. Other stuff I script so that I can film it quickly. But I don't use AI for any of that. I don't even use AI for spell check and grammar check. And that is obvious because I have plenty of videos out there with grammatical errors in the video descriptions or the titles. I just don't think that I should do that. I think that's a slippery slope. Where I do use AI is some of that administrative type workflow behind the scenes. And I also use it to create specific images that I use in my slide decks at, conferences, but I don't even use it then to create any of the original or authentic ideas. And so that is the extent to which I use AI.